It means a lot when you sit down as a kid and you set out your goals and then you start seeing yourself achieving them. It's a great feeling. To join the long list of fellow Trinidadians who have been quite successful at their trade, it's a pleasing feeling as well. Funny thing is, the first time I played for West Indies U19, my first ball was actually medium pace. But yeah, my journey started in Lavantil, just coming outside, trying to play all the sports in the village, and cricket just stuck with me. I did get turned away a few times from some men's tournaments when I was younger. I was quite short as well. And the organizers didn't think that I could have coped with the competition, but I didn't let that turn me away. I kept pushing, and finally I got at it by the likes of a guy by the name of Paul Clark. We call him Pops. He was the guy that took me and a lot more young players under his wings, and that's where my journey started. Top three names comes to my mind when I'm talking about looking up to guys back home: Narayan, Pollard, DJ Bravo. And you go to these guys for advice on or off the field. It could be life advice, it could be cricket advice. It's very good to have those guys in your corner. They're just a phone call away, a message away. So it makes it a bit easier. It makes your journey, it makes your path a bit easier when you have these experienced guys who've been there, done that, to give you advice, guidance, and some good life lessons. I think now, because there's so many T20 leagues, you have to be smart, you have to look after your body as well. And also you will try to pick the best leagues that suits your skill and an environment that you're familiar with. I would say that's how you sort of chart how you go about your year. There are some areas, some countries might be a little difficult for you. It might not be up your alley. You can either go there as a challenge, or you pick your tournaments and countries where you dominate. Because at the end of the day, you can't just play all of them. You have to look after the body as well. I think you said it, you hit the nail on the head. The biggest challenge is definitely having to cope with batters in the power play, with only having 2 fielders outside. And if you look at the makeup of teams now around the world in T20 cricket, you're not going to get an easy batsman opening the batting. You're always going to be coming up against the big names. You're always going to be coming up against the best in the world. And as I said, you have to come up with a plan to keep down the best in the world with only 2 players outside. So I think that's the biggest challenge. And yeah, it's just about, for me, it's just about clearing your mind and taking it on. I had a shoulder injury, so while I was doing rehab, we had a 50-over competition going on. And the coach asked me if I can just bat and bowl some left unorthodox. And it worked out well, and I said, based on how things were going in the Caribbean, I said I'm gonna just stick with left unorthodox. I mean, coming back from rehab, we all know wrist spin is quite difficult. It's a difficult art, and I never really got that full mobility back again. To allow my hand to go up as high as possible, and I just told myself I'm gonna stick with left unorthodox based on how things were going, how teams were being selected, how much opportunities wrist spinners were getting. So that's what made me make the decision to stick with left unorthodox. Yeah, it's a great feeling. I mean, when you sit down and you listen to the stories of Dwayne Bravo, Dwayne Smith, Samuel Badri, it's good. And I got a taste of it in Texas Super Kings, and they really are a family. You go into certain franchises and it's just about that 3 weeks or that month that you're there for. But it definitely feels different. Everyone is connected, everyone checks up on each other, even if it's in or out of tournament. And it's good, it's good. I'm really looking forward to achieving the third yellow jersey, so it's a great feeling.